Welcome to Slice and Dice Dreadcast, episode 45. I'm your host, Joey Colombo, coming in from Brooklyn, New York. Here with my co-hosts coming from down south, J Mac.
What up, what up, what up?
Coming from the Arctic tundra, Mr. Bill Casanelli.
It's just another day in January here for us. I'm here from the future, actually.
Just rolling around on tauntauns and shit. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. We got a very special guest joining us. Somebody I know in real life. It's a pleasure to have a real life person, unlike Bill, who, I didn't know for a hole in the wall until I met him in Boston at a gay bar. But I didn't meet our guest at a gay bar, though. Our kids went to school together. Welcome to the show, Mr. Eric D.
Hello. Thank you for having me on the show, guys.
Welcome, Eric.
Welcome, Eric.
Welcome. Glad to have you.
Eric does a podcast called the Flash Gordon Minute, where they cover minute by minute breakdowns, and that was a hell of an experience. I mean, we've done many reviews, but not a minute by minute. And Eric, why don't you tell the listeners about that and the upcoming project too?
Yeah, sure. Flash Gordon Minute is complete, but it lives on. So whoever is first discovering us now, feel free to start at episode 1 and binge us. We do indeed break down that awesome 1980s movie, Flash Gordon, 1 minute at a time. Episodes run about 35 minutes. We had Joey on. He was on episodes 30 to 32. Yep. We're at growlermedia.com/Flash Gordon or anywhere you get your podcasts. And I still check our Facebook fan page, so if you want to chat, if you discover us now and listen, Flash Gordon Minute Listeners Vortex. And with that done, I'm about to start recording in a few weeks, so it's going to be a couple of months till these episodes are posted. But I'm doing my next Movies by Minute. I'm doing Escape from New York. And I'm really looking forward to doing this one. This is another movie that I've been watching my whole life since the early 80s. Joey's on the schedule once again, so I forgot which ones we put him on. But that's way off in the future. And already set up the fan page there on Facebook, Brains Library, Escape from New York Minute Hangout. So
Nice.
listen in the past to Flash Gordon, listen in the future to Escape from New York.
All right. Hey, Eric, I got to say, man, I like you already. You know why?
Tell me. Because
A, you're a Mets fan.
Yes, I am.
As I am. And B, who does Flash Gordon play for, man?
He plays for the Jets, but
yes,
we spent the entire show goofing on the Jets. Though,
I know.
Okay.
You know what? Mets and Jets, baby.
Mets and Jets. Yep. Tune into that show.
A little less.
and just remember, it's Flash Gordon, not Flesh Gordon, people.
No.
Yes, please.
The Penisaurus.
It was a first time watch for me, Flash Gordon. Could you believe that shit?
You never seen Flash Gordon until you did that, man?
Yeah, it was the first time watch.
Wow.
So that what you guys have seen it before, I'm assuming.
Fucking theater, man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see it in the theater, but I do remember that's like one of those 8 o'clock movies and shit. I remember being a little kid and thinking that Flash Gordon was Dolph Lundgren too because of Masters of the Universe. Like I was confused and shit.
I see that.
Yeah. Well, Bill knows everyone and everything, so he was having fucking Frosties with Ming back in '87. So
no, I didn't meet Max von Sydow. I did meet Sam though. I did meet Sam.
Oh, that's what they announced this morning. Your girl Felissa is going to be at New Jersey Horror Con.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Nice.
They got a sick line, the biggest lineup they've announced so far.
Sweet.
Joe Bob,
dude,
Joe Bob's coming to town.
That's the reason I'd go.
I'm pretty sure I saw Ron Jeremy's going to be there too.
I did a movie with him too.
Apparently, he was
not what you
did a movie with Ron Jeremy.
Apparently, Ron Jeremy got drunk and was touching people.
No,
I guess it wasn't that bad if they invited him back.
Girls Gone Dead.
Girls Gone Dead.
Yep.
He was in that one.
Yeah.
Little cameo.
Oh yeah, he played piano. Actually, he's a real big pianist.
Oh, slapping keys.
Not joking.
Oh gosh, where can anybody find that streaming anywhere, or is that you got to get it on
What,
VHS?
Girls Gone Dead?
Yeah,
Dude, that was on Netflix forever, and then it was on not Shudder. What's that called? Fear.net. Now it's on Showtime.
oh, man, remember that channel, FearNet?
Yeah,
That channel was great.
it's all over the place. You can buy the Blu-ray, see it on pay-per-view, whatever.
I guess we'll have to add that to this year's roast.
I thought we made you watch it.
No, we watched Dirty
Scary
Cop,
Tales,
No
right.
Donut, and Scary
Yeah.
Tales 1 and 2.
Right. All right. I'll put that one up next for you guys.
I think it's up on the drive, actually. Now I'm
Could
thinking
be.
about it.
We got Iron Maiden's drummer in the movie.
Oh,
Nico Rain, yeah.
Eric, have you ever seen any of Bill's movies?
Probably not.
Can't say I have. I've seen Ron Jeremy movies, but not that.
Oh, here we go. Joey, you might like this. Jerry the King Lawler is a big part in the movie.
No way.
What, really?
Oh, yeah.
I
And-
will rule you.
You guys know Howard Stern, right?
No.
Yeah.
We got
Howard Stern.
we got Sal and Beetlejuice in the movie.
Who, me?
Not-
Oh, yeah, baby.
Rest in
Some
peace,
of the
Beetlejuice.
outtakes. What? He isn't dead.
Little Beetlejuice. Yeah, he is.
Beetlejuice
Yeah,
ain't dead.
Beetlejuice is dead, man.
Oh,
When
dude,
did Beetlejuice die?
he didn't die.
I'm
Like a
almost 100%
decade ago.
positive he's dead.
I'll put money on this.
You know that
$10.
that Biggie Buddha statue I have with like Biggie's head on it, but it's a Buddha statue. The guy who made that made a Beetlejuice Buddha too. You could get a Buddha with Beetlejuice
Little
head on.
tiny head.
Yeah.
Yo, he is still alive.
I
Is he?
know.
I could have
Yeah.
sworn he died.
I thought he
Oh.
died too.
No way.
Dude, fucking Mandela effect. We could do that
It
for
is.
next episode.
It is.
No, crackhead Bob died.
That's crazy,
Hank
bro.
the Angry Dwarf is long dead.
Oh yeah, Hank the Dwarf is dead.
Long.
My favorite Beetlejuice thing, and my son actually recently discovered it on like YouTube clips, was when he showed up on WCW and called Jeff Jarrett Slapnuts.
Yes,
And fucking Jarrett blasted him with the guitar.
I remember that, dude.
So who you calling Slap? You, you're Slapnuts. Pow! Fucking bash that bitch.
Oh shit. Oh, here I think we got the clip right here. Hold on, folks. Ready? Here we go.
What you call me? You know who you're talking to? Yeah, you.
And he's out cold. Beetlejuice.
Oh,
I
wait.
really thought he died. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe that shit. I'm
No, he's
I'm
not
blown
dead.
away right now. Truly am.
Didn't he do porno too?
Was it-
I hope not.
I could have swore he did a porno, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a good question.
I might
That
have.
I don't want to Google on my
No, that
computer.
repulses me. I'm not.
Oh man.
All right, I'll just trade the last word for porn and we'll find out instead of alive. We'll switch it for porn and see what pops up. So you know you get fucking Michael Keaton in a thong. Oh shit.
Well, Batman.
All
or
right.
not?
Well, I don't know.
That could be either way. Come on.
I don't know. But I don't know. The internet seems a little shoppy tonight, folks. But let's get a little segue here. Let's tell the folks what we're gonna cover tonight. BC, what do we got up on the menu?
Tonight on the menu, we've got an episode of Black Mirror, which I am the one who requested, if I am not mistaken, called USS Callister. And after that, a movie by Steven Spielberg himself called Ready Player One.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. We got the USS Callister. We got Ready Player One. We'll get into hyperspeed in a minute. First, what else is going on? What are you guys up to? We're going to ask Eric a couple questions in a moment before we segue. But before we do that, what have you guys been up to, J-Mac? Watch anything interesting?
Went with the family to see Glass.
Oh, no spoilers.
Nah, no spoilers. I will say I enjoyed it, and if you have seen it, and if any of you guys listen to Mr. Venom, Jerry Cortez, and Mike's episode about it, I pretty much almost fully agree with everything Jerry said about it.
Right
So
on.
I enjoyed it, but if check that out, and then maybe if you guys ever check it out, we'll talk about it down the line. But I enjoyed it. Then the hell else went on?
Wait, I'm sorry, J-Mac, but I faded. What are you talking about? Jerry Cortez blew what?
Jerry and Mike did the episode about Glass.
Oh,
pretty
Glass.
much. Yeah, pretty much. I almost 100% agree with everything that Jerry had to say about it.
He thought you said Jerry blows ass.
Ah,
Maybe.
okay.
Yeah.
And he is a wild boy still. So you saw it in theaters?
Yeah, man. Went with the wife and kid. Rewatched Unbreakable before I went because I couldn't recall almost anything about that movie. I hadn't seen it since it probably first came out, on tape or whatever back 20 fucking years ago almost. But yeah, I rewatched that.
I feel old.
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater in Vegas.
Eric,
my stripper girlfriend.
that was a good time, eh?
Yeah.
Eric, did you see this Glass film?
I have not. I saw Unbreakable a long time ago, so I just remember the big bits and pieces. I have not seen Glass yet.
Have
So
you seen
Split, right?
I didn't see Split either. No.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I definitely did not think it was going to be as good as it was.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Glass. I mean, I wanted to theater it, but at this point, gotta do what you gotta do. We'll catch it. We'll catch it on the Google Drive. And J-Max, something else you were about to mention?
Oh no, what else I did? I watched the Royal Rumble this past weekend.
Oh, who won?
Becky Lynch won the women's, and Seth Rollins won the men's.
Yeah. Becky Lynch, yes.
What they're doing with the women is so much better than anything going on with the men.
Agreed. Man.
Like it's ridiculous. But yeah, man. Besides that, I had an impromptu Disney trip on Saturday night. Decided to leave the house at like almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Drive down there quick, stayed till it closed. Pretty much, drove home.
Nice.
So other than that, just working, staying busy.
Excellent. Bill, watch anything lately?
Yeah, I've been watching a bunch of shit on YouTube, but going down rabbit holes, same old.
Going down the rabbit hole.
Oh yeah. Watching a bunch of stuff I buy on Vudu. I don't know.
All right.
Trying to catch Tanya up on some movies. I'm like, come on. In fact, I have Unbreakable and Split for her to see before fucking Glass is available.
All right. Yeah, that might be an episode later in the year. Sounds like a little something. Excellent. Yeah, I've been watching a bunch of my VHS tapes. Going through that pile. I'll talk more in depth about them on Horror Mafia, but The Hidden 2.
Oh,
I was really expecting really bad because of what you told me, and it wasn't that bad. The House of Exorcism. Ooh. That was an interesting one, and one that you guys probably seen, Reign of Fire.
I did not see that. The dragons?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
I did not. I wanted to, but I was married at the time, and yeah.
And they can ruin everything.
It got the Sopranos treatment.
I do want to see that.
I couldn't watch Sopranos because I was married.
True.
Bullshit.
No.
Eric, have you seen Reign of Fire back in 2002? I think it came out.
No, I definitely heard of it. I remember wanting to see it, and one of those ones that just slipped through the cracks.
Same.
It's definitely not the best film by any means, but if you're into dragons and Matthew McConaughey, check it out.
Hey, Matt's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. J Mac, have you seen that one, Reign of Fire?
Yeah, not in a long time, but I've seen it.
It's it's fun. It's straight up fun. It's not you're not gonna get any mind blowing cinematic revolutions. We're not gonna get anything any kind of revelations. We're not gonna get anything that's even the dragons don't look terrible, but they don't for 2002. It's not bad.
Do they do the song by Johnny Cash in there? Rain of Fire?
No,
No.
I don't think they did. But
I'm joking. It's a Ring of Fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. There you go. Getting to that Ring of Fire. Yeah. So I wanted the Pavilion back in the day. Remember the Pavilion, J-Mac?
Yeah, man.
Eric, did you get to frequent the Pavilion?
What the hell is the Pavilion?
Oh, I know her.
It was the movie theater across from Prospect Park.
Oh, sure, yeah. My wife and I lived in Prospect Park West when we first moved in together years ago. So sure, that was my local theater.
Oh no way! That's our neighborhood. That's where me and J Mac grew up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I lived on
Terrace.
5th Street.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet when they first reopened it. We were like, middle school age, I guess. And like all of our friends' oldest siblings worked there. So the first couple of years it was open, I don't think I ever actually paid for a movie or popcorn or anything. We just kept showing up.
Nice.
Yeah.
It just reopened with a massive remodeling.
Yes. Nighthawk now.
So
So
J-Mac actually got the best bit of the bunch here. In Orlando, J-Mac, they're opening up an Alamo Draft House.
the
really?
album was sick.
I know when they first opened the Pavilion, it was only the 3 theaters, and they had the giant theater with the 2 balconies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer's The Saint.
Yeah, I went up to the top balcony, and literally, I think I watched Independence Day like 4 times in a row before anybody
Poor
knew what I was
bastard.
doing there. Yeah. Well, when you're like fucking 13, that movie's awesome.
Holy shit, that movie was amazing when I saw it as a kid. Now, does it hold up?
No.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I did watch the sequel, and that was kind of a piece of shit. So
I'll watch that because it doesn't have fucking Will fucking Smith in it.
Yo, one more thing I wanted to bring up before we ask some questions to get to the movies was I watched this last night with my wife on Netflix, a documentary called Fire, the Festival That Never Happened or some shit. Have you guys heard about this incident?
no, I saw something on Facebook. I think I saw you commented on a post or something. I was like, I couldn't figure out what the hell you were talking about through it because I think it was on a meme. So I actually meant to ask you. I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to ask you what the fuck that was all about.
So, Eric, did you hear about this incident?
Yeah, this is with the island, and all the people went down there, and there ended up being nothing going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
What?
apparently, like about 2 years ago, they announced that Ja Rule was pairing up with some business guy. I forgot his name.
The
Billy
fuck is Ja Rule?
Callister. Ja Rule. He's one of those hip hop guys, Bill. So
Oh, Tanya, is it Ja Rule, the guy that was with Metallica on that video? Oh,
yeah.
the guy who goes, yeah. It's a rapper. Okay.
That's what I was telling you last time.
Yep.
Yeah, he just goes, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I know who he is.
So, anywho, they say, they start up this company called Fire, right? So then they say, we're going to have this music festival. So they announce that it's this high end. They bought Pablo Escobar's island. It's going to be this ultimate, exclusive, like $25,000 to go to get like some crazy, treatment. There's all different tiers, but ultimately it's like catered to millennials, like, basically, bougie upper class, right? That have money to spend and time to burn. So they announced this festival, right? That there's these luxury cabanas and all this stuff. They have like, pictures on the website. They filmed this like beautiful, like 3-minute, trailer. So as and I heard about this when it actually happened, but I didn't realize the scope of it until I saw this documentary. But basically, long story short, they announced that they were having this. They paid, Kendall Jenner or one of these models, Bella Hadid, fucking $250,000 to just make one tweet about it or share the thing, and it sold out in a day or something. So they sell out this festival, yet on the island, there's not enough time. It's fucking chaos. They're hiring every person on the island to work. Long story short, in the end, all these millennials travel to an island on, they think, going to be luxury charter planes, and they end up going like, regular class. And long story short, these cabanas are like just mattresses in hurricane tents. And of course, the night before everybody shows up, it fucking pours.
Oh.
I felt no, but seriously, it's fucked up. Like,
weren't they all eating like grilled cheese sandwiches also or something like that?
They weren't even grilled; they were just cheese sandwiches. With, like,
so
flour next to it.
It's the set of a trauma film.
Basically, this is a trauma film come to life. Basically,
yeah.
So Netflix just released a documentary, and it's about an hour and a half. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a 5-star documentary, but it is a fascinating thing to be like, holy shit, I can't believe that this actually happened. And all the, at first you're like these stupid, rich millennial assholes, and then you're like, by the end, just like, wow, I feel bad for them. And then even more, the people that are from this island, did not get paid. And it's basically this guy just pulled fraud or whatever. Long story short, he went to jail, and Ja Rule's gonna bang him in the ass. I don't know, but anyway, fired
there with Soldier Boy, for releasing a game console.
Somebody, a game console. Who released?
Yeah, Soldier Boy put out Soldier Games or something. He released like a game console of like classic video games, and like Nintendo suing him because he didn't get the rights to use some of the shit or something like that.
He sold a $20 fucking console you could buy on Amazon and put a bunch of ROMs on it, and then sold it for like $500 with licensed Nintendo ROMs.
Yeah, Nintendo's suing him. It's a mess.
Yeah.
That kid's a fucking. Oh,
seriously, how can you? I mean,
yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
that's just mind blowing. Like, you didn't think you were gonna get caught.
He was told. He was warned, and he laughed it off.
You'll be laughing it off in court.
Yeah. Well, no, in jail.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Soldier Boy was the guy who created the Oasis?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It would be called the Oh Boy.
Oh boy. All right. We're gonna get to that Oasis in a moment.
Yeah.
But first, Eric, let's ask you a couple questions. First of all, you like genre films, right? What are some of your favorite, subgenres? What are some of your favorite films? Let our listeners know what you dig.
Sure. I'm mostly a sci-fi person. Been a Star Wars head since before my earliest memories.
He was born with a lightsaber, and so.
Well, what year were you born, Eric?
75.
All right.
I remember seeing Empire and Jedi in the theaters. I remember seeing Flash Gordon in the theaters. One of my earliest memories actually is seeing Flash Gordon in the theaters when I was 5.
Was it 80?
Yeah, 1980. Yep.
Yep.
I love Black Mirror. That's why I'm on today's episode. It's one of my favorite TV shows.
Dude,
yeah.
That's why I'm here. Actually, no, for the opposite reason, though, because I didn't like Black Mirror. And these guys are like, oh, come on, watch some more. And hey,
all right. Well, did you start with the pig episode?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
No, I did too. I like it. It weeds out the people who can't handle the show.
That's a good point. I watched it and I was like, this is absolutely crazy. But for some reason, I wasn't like, I got to watch the next one right this second. It's almost like you need to sit. If you binge watch a show, you're just going to fucking end up in an institution.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, dude, for me, it was the opposite. It was like, I saw the first one. I'm like, ugh, I got to see the next one to get that out of my the taste out of my mouth.
Well, I really wanted to get, after watching all the episodes, I said to my wife, I said, you got to watch this show Black Mirror with me. And I started with the pig episode with her too, just like I did. And she has refused to watch any other episodes since.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, probably not the best one to start off with. Right?
Yeah, right?
I don't know. I mean, some of these episodes are just like heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching. You know, just look at humanity like, are we in for dystopia? Like, is it going to happen? Is technology really going to ruin us? You know? So, Eric, you like the old Twilight Zone?
Oh, sure. Love it.
You know, everybody says this is Black Mirror's in that vein, and I
No.
definitely agree to a degree. You know, like
Outer
plot
Limits,
twists. It has a
I
plot
say more
twist.
I say more Outer Limits than Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Outer Limits is more sci-fi, technological. You know, where Twilight Zone is more like macabre. And it could encompass all that stuff. But I think the writing in Twilight Zone was, you know, is kind of the parallel that people make, the plot twist in the writing. Because I mean, Black Mirror's got some top-notch writing, man.
Oh yeah,
you know,
Charlie Brooker
feels.
Yeah, I mean,
great
the twist endings, I think, are the big connection to Twilight Zone.
Sure.
Right. But yeah, I think that the Outer Limits definitely touches on more of how the, you know, science fiction, quote unquote, or technology influences humanity rather than the, you know, dark horror-esque of the Twilight Zone.
Right. Twilight Zone has a lot of supernatural stuff. You know, this is, you know, the whole point of Black Mirror is this could be happening in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it reminds me more of a show that was on HBO back in the, I want to say late 80s, early 90s. I forgot the name. Like, was it Misfits of Science or something like that? Or something of Science? I forgot the name of it.
Not Misfits of Science. That was a
Oh, no, that was
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Different show. No, there was something else with science. And I'm like, oh, they tried to do like a Twilight Zone thing with sci-fi and technology. God, I wish I remember the name of it. Next episode, I will.
All right, check that out. Excellent. All right. Since this is not the Horror Mafia, I'm not going to ask you about food. So let's just kick it into Black Mirror mode, since that's where we're at, baby.
All right.
What do we got, Bill?
We have the USS Callister. Captain Robert Daly presides over his crew with wisdom and courage. But a new recruit will soon discover nothing on this spaceship is what it seems. Starring Jesse Plemons as Robert Daly, Kristen Milotti as Nanette Cole, Jimmy Simpson as Walton, and of course, Michaela Cole as Shania. Directed by Toby Haynes and written by Charlie Brooker.
Charlie.
And William Bridges.
All right. Excellent. So, first time watch for you, Bill?
Yes.
All right. And Eric, you've seen this episode before or first time watch?
I had seen it once before, and then I watched it a second time to prepare for tonight.
Excellent. Likewise with me, J-Mac, you've probably watched this on repeat till you were blue in the face. Or a monster came out of your nostrils.
Yes.
But this actually won, this episode won 4 Emmy Awards.
I thought 8 Emmy Awards.
This specific episode won 4. I don't know.
I heard 8, but all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got 4 in my notes.
Or maybe nominated for 8, but won 4? Could be.
Maybe. But, you know, I really don't know much about Star Trek. I don't know shit about it.
Joey.
I've never
now
seen
we know what we're
it.
doing with the Black Mirror, man.
I've never seen it. I just know I'm like, you know, Don on this when it comes to The Godfather. You know, like I always saw like every parody and every other thing about it, but never seen it.
Right.
So, you know, I don't really. I mean, I get, you know, the whole set and the whole character, you know, attire and everything is paying homage to it. But is there, you know, anything else that is not so obvious when it comes to the Star Wars connections. I mean,
Star Wars.
Trek. Sorry, sorry. How could I insult Star Wars like that? Star Wars is one of its own. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Star Trek.
I think there was a lot. I mean, the opening music when the episode first opens, that's a definite homage to the Star Trek opening music that you would hear. I mean, the main character is doing a Shatner impression when he's actually on the ship.
Oh my God, does
I
he?
mean, that's William Shatner. You know, that's everybody's William Shatner impression that he's doing there. You got the multicultural crew, just like on the original show, and really all the versions. You've got, they call the enemy a non-Federation ship. You know, Star Trek is a part of the Federation of Planets. So yeah, it's based on the images ahead of time and just the description, I thought that the whole episode was going to be some kind of Star Trek straight homage or parody. I didn't see the twist coming at all. That this was just a virtual world that he created.
Agreed. Well, same thing. I thought the whole episode was going to be like a Star Trek joke until it showed him in an elevator. So then I thought, all right, so he's like an actor on this show and saw nothing of what's coming. So, yeah.
See, I thought it was just like a fantasy. I thought he was just like, because, you know, when he starts seeing the people at the job, I just assumed like that was, you know, his escapist dream, you know, daydreaming type. And now, because you see like he has the balding hair and versus that, you know, hunky mane that he has.
Again, though, Shatner was balding, had a wig on the show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So another nod. Very clever.
Nice, dude. See, like that's that shit that I would not know when it comes to this one. You know, I'm not gonna have, you know, the crocodile Joey-isms breaking down, you know, fucking dream totems and stuff. but you know, and what I like about this episode is, you know, all the other episodes are so heavy-handed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This one, you have moments of like, ooh, you know, when they start talking about Tommy and everything. But ultimately, this is like a fun ride episode, you know, where I'm just
at first.
I mean,
but,
even at the end when she's doing all the things, like, and it becomes like a fucking Metal Gear Solid all of a sudden.
Metal Gear.
You
mean Next Generation?
No, I mean when she's like, you know, hiding in the shadows of the wall, against the wall and everything.
All right.
But J-Mac, what you got?
Now, like you said earlier, Joe, about how these episodes, you know, most Black Mirror episodes have like those gut punch moments, and it doesn't really have that gut punch moment. You know what I'm saying? It's just more kind of fun and spread out.
Oh, boys, I have a few things
I
to
mean,
say.
I like it. I really enjoy the episode, but I like Star Trek and shit, you know? Like, if nothing else is on, I'll go on fucking Netflix and just start playing, like, Next Generation from fucking episode 1, season 1, and just leave it playing in the background while I'm doing shit around the house. You know? But, yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, but, yeah, that whole opening scene, the first time I saw it, too, I thought the same thing. Like, you know, the whole episode is going to be like this Star Wars Star Trek parody. We're all going to say Star Wars all fucking night long.
No, I won't. Eric won't either.
I won't.
I'm going to constantly fuck it up. But, you know, so I thought it was going to be like that. And then when they show him in the fucking elevator and, you know, that kid, what they call him, Meth Damon.
Yes. From Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that kid from Breaking Bad.
Meth Damon.
Wow.
He's supposed to be married to like a hot chick too. I forget.
Yeah, dude. From Spider-Man. What's her name? She's in the show.
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, he's married to Kirsten Dunst?
And she's in this episode.
She's in this episode?
Yeah. I can't believe you guys missed her.
Where the fuck was Kirsten Dunst in this episode?
This episode?
Yes. She walked by. She's one of the workers.
Sounds like Bill's been smoking crack again.
Oh,
you doing the meth with Jesse Plemons again?
No, for real. She's in the episode as a cameo.
Wow.
I saw her like that's fucking Kirsten Dunst. Yep. I looked it up. Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I Did not see her at all.
Really? She had blonde hair in it, though.
She usually does.
Oh, no, in Spider-Man, she has red hair, but...
Oh, Mary Jane, eh? I'm in love with Mary Jane. Totally different movie than Spider. But Bill, so you said you have something else that you know you got different things to say.
Oh, I have so much to say about this. Holy shit, dude. This
Well, all right, let's just drop like the straight up storyline for people who actually haven't seen the episode, just to a little more in depth of a synopsis here. I mean, we have, it opens up in this spaceship, right? So it starts off like it's a Star Trek episode, right?
And is it okay if I like interrupt you at points?
Of course, you do it all the time.
All right.
You're gonna ask me all of a sudden.
I'm asking.
We've been podcast partners for fucking 2 years now. You're gonna ask me about. Just cut me off. It's okay.
All right.
So cut me off. Go. No. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the story. So it opens up like it's in a Star Trek episode, right? Captain Robert Daly here, board spaceship USS Callister. No, that's not how they talk on Star Trek, is it?
He talks more like this.
I am Captain Luke Picard, and I have pointed ears.
Jean-Luc Picard.
And yeah, he don't talk like that.
He doesn't have pointy ears either, but it's all right.
Yeah, they're all the same to me. Yeah, Data too. He's got things on his head, right?
Oh, jeez.
Who's the guy with the cool glasses in Enterprise? I want to be.
Oh, come on, reading
Geordi
Rainbow,
LaForge.
man. Geordi.
Geordi. I thought I was Data.
No,
No.
Data's the fucking robot, bro.
Lance Hendrickson.
Nah, man. Geordi LaForge was the guy from Reading Rainbow
Oh,
And Roots.
fucking,
And Roots.
and Roots. Yeah.
what's his name?
Good to Kinte.
Louis Gossett Jr.
Louis Gossett Jr. Yeah.
Louis Gossett
Louis Gossett
Jr. Oh, my brain hurts. Oh, jeez. You're killing Tanya. He's on the couch.
What the? I'm sorry.
LeVar Burton.
You
Okay.
know what I mean. You know the guys I'm talking about.
What?
So,
She says he's in the chat room yelling at you.
oh, just yell at me there in the background. It's okay. No, but the episode opens up right there in the spaceship. It's all, cartoony looking and Star Trek looking, I guess, right? Very
Oh,
not cartoony, but colorful.
No,
right?
no.
What?
No, Technicolor.
Ooh,
Not very colorful.
filmed in Technicolor.
Yeah, like the washy color. Yeah, I love that.
And so eventually they go against Valdak, their enemy. And,
Khan. Yeah.
oh, is that something?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude,
You don't even get the con reference, Joey. What,
holy shit,
God.
Joe. We're doing Star Trek next time.
Isn't that part 4? Wrath
No.
of Khan, Return of Khan,
Part 2.
part 2.
Anyway,
So what's part 4? Return of Khan?
no, part 2 was with the whales.
Whales.
Part
What
4 is
three
the one
more?
with the whales.
Right.
You said part 2 is the one with the whales.
No, you said part 4. And that's the one with the whales.
Like,
And Eddie Murphy was supposed to be in it.
is Whoopi Goldberg in it?
No, she's Next Generation.
Oh, but what about the show with the guy with the like mad fucking eyebrow, the other Star Wars one?
You mean the Klingon?
Yeah, he's got that fucking Deep
Michael-
Space Nine. What's that?
Oh.
one about? Deep Space Nine.
That's another show.
It's just another fucking.
But like, why?
part of the
How's
universe.
it different?
Oh, jeez. We'll get there, Joey. After
I'm
Black Mirror,
intrigued by Star Trek now. I'm
we're
sorry.
doing Star Trek for you. You'll be a fucking genius of Star Trek.
I'll say
Aaron.
once we get through fucking all the Black Mirror episodes, we'll do a Star Trek fucking episode every.
I want to be. Happy.
You're gonna be.
All right. So then this little segment ends with for he's a jolly good fellow. Coach on the female characters, right? So then, like we mentioned before, it cuts to the real Daly, he's the chief technical officer of Callister. It's a company which, you know, his USS Callister is named after. And his partner, James Walton, played by Jimmy Simpson.
You know who that is, right?
That's from It's Always Sunny.
Yes, one of the old Doyle's
Robes.
and Westworld. He's the main character, William, and he's the big cannibal in the movie Gravy.
I don't know that.
Oh, all right. Anyway,
But he is
great
on Psych. I love Psych. He is on Psych.
oh, okay.
That's a little cameo once in a while. But yo, did you know freaking Aaron Paul was in this episode?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
Gamer
Not
6.
until the end, but I did.
Yeah, right. Pretty
Well, it
bizarre.
makes sense.
But you
Well,
think
the Jesse Plemons
Breaking
was
Bad?
on Breaking Bad. Yeah, he was Todd, the skinhead.
Oh man, Todd was such a fucking sick character. But anyway,
Right, he was the one that shot the kid on the bike, right?
yeah, no Breaking Bad spoilers. But
Okay.
yeah. Oh man, intense character. Totally the opposite of this, right?
Right.
So anyway,
Well,
well, man, they're both sadistic bastards in a way.
Yeah.
But they're, you know, anyway. So, you know, now they're in the office in reality, and they're talking about this, you know, computer program Infinity, and it's kind of similar to the Oasis from Ready Player One, right?
you sure?
Yeah. No, don't you think? It's like this world where you can do anything.
Right.
It's not as, you know, it's not like society's changed because of it, right? But it's, you know, the next level of like let's take a mass multiplayer online game to, you know, the next futuristic level, right?
Well,
Yeah.
society could change because of it. You could, you know, it's
Right.
almost like the Black Mirror episode is what the Oasis was right before Oasis was launched.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, in fact, he's right. You know why? When he walks in, how many people in the waiting room are on there on
Right.
in the game?
Yep, they're just sitting there staring into space.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. So, you know, and that's the thing about, let's segue into the real life stuff. Like, think about gaming, right? Like, back in the day, we played Super Mario Brothers. You had World 1 through 8, and when you beat it, you didn't want to see that fucking game for like 6 months. Like, it took me forever to finally beat it. I don't even want to look at Mario and Luigi, those guinea bastards, you know. But like, that was it. The game ended. You know, you moved on to another game, another system, whatever it is. You know, but like now, you just could go on a game and just literally play it nonstop, and it just keeps going.
Guilty.
But like,
Really, I'm on a bunch.
it's bizarre. Even a game as simple as like Candy Crush. My mother's been crushing candies for a decade. Like, she's still playing that fucking game. Don't you get sick of it? But it just keeps going and it keeps going. And these games are, it's kind of scary because it could really, you know, I mean, look at the Fortnite game and the addictions that, I mean, I didn't even want to know anything about it because I hear it's so addicted. People are killing each other and shit.
Oh, that game
What
is
kind of thing
stupid.
is that?
My 12-year-old son he's like, that sucks. Oh, by the way, he'll be 13 in an hour.
Hey, happy birthday, oh.
Oh, Ryan. Anyway,
All right, he's going to become a teenager. It's time for Orion's belt.
he says he's gonna wake up with like long black hair, one side covering his eye, and white makeup and goth and
He's
cutting
gonna,
his wrist.
he's gonna smoke a Marlboro and have a Coors Light with you. 13, baby. Let's
Yep.
go.
Like, I'm gonna hate you, Dad.
I'm gonna be emo.
I love that kid.
All right.
He really said that, by the way.
He did.
I need to Tanya, yes, I need to watch more Star Trek. Tanya said,
Yes, you do. Yes, you will.
I will. I'm gonna. 2019, the year of the Trekkie.
Not that next generation stuff, the original.
Oh, I really actually want to go down the next generation road.
Oh, we will. Eventually.
Let's make Don watch Star Trek. That'd be really good.
Oh
But-
man.
All right, so you know, we're in the office, and the characters that were on the ship are also in the office. They are his coworkers. They are his partner in the company, and
Right.
you know, he in real life he's kind of looked down upon by his coworkers.
Everyone.
You know, he is
Dude,
the quote unquote
People in the fucking
doorman.
elevator wouldn't move away for him.
Right.
They're not his co-workers.
They're just people in a building, right?
Yeah. No one likes this guy. He's a loser.
But that's the thing, like when this starts, right, and you see this happening to him, you know, you came into this not knowing anything. Like, don't you like feel bad for him? Like,
Yes.
guy, you know,
Yeah,
I thought
you
he
almost
was
feel like
gonna
he's
be the
being
hero.
bullied.
Yeah. I thought this is the hero. This guy's awesome. No.
no. So when a new programmer, Nanette, I love that name, Nanette, and then
Nanette,
like
yeah.
Nan for short. Yo, Nan, what the deal? So she comes and works, and she's like, you know, it was so that conversation with her and the girl, and she's just like,
And the black girl, yeah.
oh, I'm in love with his code. Like, oh yeah, you want his code, all right,
Dude.
Wow.
I really, you know what? I really thought she had a crush on him, but the black girl was all like, you know, the gossip queen, and she's all like, "You don't like him, do you?" And she's like, "No." I really thought she did, but he, like, you know, she was trying to like protect herself, which is what set him off. Hearing that, so
Well,
you know,
so I don't know a thing about computers at all, but are there computer techies who gush over code in real life the way that this character does, though?
yes,
I mean, there are. Okay, all right.
yes.
I mean, remember in like Ready Player One, I know we're allowed to jump ahead. Don's not here to tell me. Wait. No, remember Ready Player One? Like all that whole crew, that company had a whole crew of geeks, you know, just and they were all knowing everything about everything. So I mean, I definitely think, you know, I think about like those the cypherpunk of the 80s who predicted everything that is happening now with technology. You know, you know,
They're
they're
fanboys, basically. It's the equivalent of getting excited about fucking meeting Steven Spielberg or fucking Kubrick or some shit if you're a person that gives a fuck about film. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You meet the dude who created this fucking world that you're, you know, it's like me and George Lucas.
Right.
Dude, I'm one of them.
It's like if Bill met John Holmes.
No, John Holmes. No, I actually, I'm one of these people from the 80s who is coding, and I'm a big fanboy of a guy named Richard Garriott who goes by Lord British, who makes games like Ultima and Shroud of the Avatar. Yeah, I'm a big fan of his.
Ultima Online. I played that once.
I beta tested that, dude. I was a fucking what do you call that? Counselor in the game.
I was a mage, and I used to fucking have plants around my house.
Yeah, I know all about UO.
And I had a boat.
Were you in Chesapeake?
I don't
Which
know.
server?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
yeah, I was one of those. So
Well,
yeah.
I guess I meant more like not necessarily that she was gushing about him, but the actual code itself.
Oh,
She was
right.
like, your code is beautiful.
Right, that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
But I also thought that she had a crush on him.
Yeah, I think, you know, more, you know, it could be looked at in both ways, because I mean it came off so teeny bopperish, you know what I mean? Like, no, I really just like his code, and so
No, you're seeing it wrong. Then I see her as a person who's always bullied. Like everyone picks on her, everyone bullies her, and she's like a coward who always okay. So when she's like, "You don't like him, do you?" She's like, no."
See,
So
I didn't see her as a coward, because look at
I do.
see. It's time for me to open my notes up.
No, I could see what Bill's saying. I think at that moment she was almost like, if I say that I've got a crush on this dude, this girl's gonna talk shit.
Right.
You know, she was trying to save face in the fucking office with the popular
Yeah,
kids.
exactly.
See, this is why I think the opposite about her. I think she's a strong character, and specifically because
Which one? The one in the game
Nanette.
or the one in real life?
Nanette.
But which one?
I mean, both of them. You know, both of them.
No, I don't see them both as equal. I'm sorry. The one in real life is a coward.
No,
in the game was a fucking
if
hero.
the one in real life was a coward, she wouldn't have done what she did in the end.
Yes, she would, because she was bullied out of doing something. Dude, she committed a federal crime to hide pictures. Come on.
Yeah.
That's bullying.
That's not bullying, that's protecting your shit.
No, that's being fucking a worm.
Just because you don't care if your nudes get out, Bill, doesn't mean everybody else isn't going to sacrifice everything.
That's what I'm saying. And she's like,
We already seen his nudes get cut off in fucking Scary Tale 2. Or no
Dirty
donut.
Cop.
Dirty Cop, no donut.
But no, I think she was bullied so much that she's willing to do anything not to get the pictures out. She's a coward. She's ugh. I totally disagree.
She's the only one that wakes up in this place and fights back against this guy.
Inside the game, yeah. Agreed. I love her in that.
See, I think she's the only one. I think the other ones tried to fight back, but once he did that fucking face remover shit, they fell in line. Initially, you don't see when they first got there how they all reacted.
Right. The one we know that at least one person went way too far because they're the one who's a disgusting alien down on the planet. She's the person who she's a previous person that fought back. I think they all fought back and at different levels. You know, I mean, look what ends up happening to Tommy. You know, Walton's kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Walton fought back.
Yeah, did it? I didn't notice it on my first watch. I noticed it when I just watched it today. But when the first time he opens his refrigerator,
yep. You see
when
Tommy.
Did you notice that watching it the first time around, Bill?
Yes.
When he opened the refrigerator, you were like, "Why is there a bag that says Tommy in there?"
Yes, I did.
Like
I
I didn't
his
even
roommate.
fucking pick up on that shit.
No, I noticed it too. I was like, "Who the hell is Tommy?"
Right. Same here. I thought he had a roommate or something.
You know, that right there was our good friend Chekov, J-Mac.
There you go.
Chekov's gun. You knew that lollipop of Tommy was going to come out later somehow, some way. Right? But yeah, no, I really thought she was a strong character. I mean, but now thinking about it, you know, maybe in real life she was, because she said she went from her last job where it was, you know, not, I believe she said it was like not a positive atmosphere or
toxic.
A toxic environment, right? So, yeah. So, you know, I mean, she's definitely somebody who, okay, if I'm in a toxic environment, I'll take myself out of it. So, I mean, that shows some kind of strength. At the same time, you know, is that a weakness, leaving a toxic environment, or is that smart? I mean, it depends how you perceive it, I guess.
Sure.
So, all right. So basically, what happens is Daly. That's Meth Demon. He is. I love that. He basically becomes obsessed with Nanette, and she's drinking a coffee, and he takes it from the garbage can. So, pop open the notes. This is where
because he couldn't get a coffee.
What?
Well,
what do you
remember
mean?
he told the intern twice. He's like,
Oh yeah. He makes the
skim
coffee.
milk latte, whatever.
Yeah, nobody. He calls him fucking like sergeant or whatever it was, and the guy's
It's
like,
him. Yeah.
huh?
Yep. Oh, now I gotta look.
Okay, so now this is where I have a little, you know, question mark. Nothing crazy, but you know, with all this technology in this high-tech office and future,
Ensign Packer.
how does no one ever see him on a security camera digging through garbage cans after hours and doing a little, you know, offbeat things like
Right.
what's this guy doing? You
I
know?
thought that too. You're right. Or why is there no like cleaning lady there after closing? Sure. But it was,
I mean, who's gonna check a camera unless something important goes missing? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna fucking notice someone go missing out of the garbage.
no.
I mean, we see the
Joey's gonna-
CEO looking in people's
Right.
garbage cans under their desk.
Well, yeah.
It's a little
Joey's
suspect.
right. But because he's a technological genius, maybe he hacked the fucking code.
It could be one line could have let us know that, but you know, again, it's not like, oh my
It's
god,
not
that just
necessary,
ruins
no.
everything.
Right.
But it's just something that I thought about, like, you know, for being so technological, not a single camera.
Right. No, I agree. But I thought about that too. I'm like, maybe he like made the things go off. Who knows?
You know, just
He's the
just a
big
thought,
wig.
just a thought. You know,
Right.
nothing like I said. It's not like it detracts from the episode, but it's something that I thought about.
Yeah, I did too. But I also thought he's a owner of the company, so he could do what he wants.
Right. Now that I popped my notes open and I'm starting to see things, this reminded me of a Twilight Zone episode. Actually, when we talk about Twilight Zone, anybody ever seen the episode 5 Characters in Search of an Exit?
That's the
Is
one.
that the one where they're in this circular room?
Yes.
They're
Yes.
without giving away spoilers, there's a big reveal at the end that they're not quite what we thought they were.
Yes.
That is one of my favorite episodes, and I was just like, "Oh wow, this kind of reminds me of that." You know,
Kind of.
you know, they're all trapped in this room, and
Right.
they don't, you know, they can't get out. Like,
Right.
you know, obviously it's not the same, but ultimately, you know, same kind of similar themes that they share. You know, influences.
Yeah.
So
That's a good observation, actually.
and especially that scene when, you know, he throws the thing and like takes her face off. Another little Twilight Zone. I couldn't help think of the episode with the boy that could do anything. It's a Good Life.
It's a good life, yeah.
You ruined my fucking observation. Thank you. I was going to say the whole episode to me is It's a Good Life. Is that the name of it? Or It's a Wonderful Life? Yeah, it's a good life.
Teaching it this semester, actually.
Anthony, press souls to the cornfield. Yes. Oh, all right. You stole my thunder, Joey. It's all right.
No, it's good that you said that because I didn't really think about him as Anthony here.
Yeah, of course.
I was just thinking about the whole mouth thing from, you know, the movie specifically. Remember Ethel, fucking the sister, and then the other sister.
Oh, you mean the movie? I'm talking about the original show, man.
Yeah. No, in the show they do it too, but in the movie.
Oh, in the movie, right, with the mouth.
The mouth. Right. It looks very similar.
That was Bart Simpson, by the way, but yeah.
Oh, yes.
Her mouth.
What's her name?
I forget.
That's not Nancy Cartwright. Oh, yeah.
Nancy Cartwright, yeah.
Nancy Cartwright? Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, yeah. Didn't think of that, but fuck, I didn't think of the movie. I was thinking of the show where, Anthony, Billy Mooney.
No, but that's perfect, Bill, because like the girl from Jillian from marketing, right? Like she got whisked to the cornfield, aka turned into a big ass bug in space.
Exactly.
Wow.
And wait, what's the quote?
Brilliant.
What's the quote from the black girl to the main girl? These places are littered with people like this.
Oh, yes. That's right. And I noticed that the second time around. I didn't catch that the first time.
Yeah. There's many people like this who avoided, became sent to the cornfield.
Anybody who messed with this dude in life, boom, he's got him.
And the parallel to the kid from Twilight Zone really fits too, because this character, I mean, he's a man-child. You know, he's completely stunted development. I mean, he's got them singing hip hip hooray for him.
Yes.
You know, he makes the woman kiss him, but like that's all he makes them do. You
no
know,
tongues.
No tongues. You know, he does it like this classic, just tilt the woman down.
Dude.
He's drinking chocolate milk before he's
Yes.
going into the thing. You know, and
Out of a straw, like
Eric. He's right. Yes. Eric,
got his lip
got
like
it.
pursed.
Oh, brother. Guys, I was gonna say the same shit. All right. Another thing. No tongues, no genitals.
No genitals.
He's a virgin.
Yep.
The scene that really locks it is where he's like, "Hey, look, there's a naked woman over there."
Yes.
That
he
would have
thinks
worked
that
on
anyone
him.
else would be distracted by a naked lady, just like he would be.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
I love it. It's like we even tried rubbing our bumps together.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
I miss taking a shit.
And that is such a great reveal too, when Walton pulls his pants down, like with all this, like he's singing and dancing. He's like, and she's no, don't do that. It's such a great reveal.
All they do is drink and talk, sitting around while the game's off. I love it.
And then when she gets down into her underwear and gets in the lake, and he's like,
Right.
He doesn't know what to do.
Right. He has no social fucking function whatsoever.
This is not the Space Fleet way or some shit like that.
In other words, in real life, he's a virgin. He's never interacted with girls or other people. So exactly. He is Anthony.
Yeah, here I was. She goes, can't even have the basic pleasure of taking a shit. And then the Russian blue chick is like, oh, I miss taking a shit.
It's funny, but it grosses me out when girls talk about shit. And I know it's childish and shit, but it's just.
See, I was just going to say that's the beauty of this, because normally that's like guy talk right there. Like you wouldn't see, women talking about taking a shit normally on a.
What about the black girl saying, oh, but can't even have the fucking, what is it? The pleasure of pushing a shit out.
Yeah. Can't even have the basic pleasure of pushing a shit out. And then, oh man, some other stuff in here. This is what I wrote. So here's my note. We got to try to make sense of this. Upload DNA, identical digital clone. That I wrote in quotation marks. I am me. That's what she says, right? I am me. Now I wrote, we've all been through it, haven't we all? What the fuck am I saying here? I don't remember. When I wrote that in the moment, but maybe just like questioning, who am I? Right? Like,
could be.
Who am I?
They say that when she goes in there and she's trying to understand what's happening, and
right,
yeah, we all been through it because they've all woken up thinking that they're fucking them, but on a spaceship or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So now, haven't we all? I write in parentheses. So that's me. Question. Okay. So now the line is, we've all been through it, and now I say, haven't we all? Yes, we've all had existential crisis. Like we've all been in a moment where either it's like I've been in a place and it's like, what the hell is going? Like I walk into this bar and it's just like, who are all these people? What the hell? Who am I? Where am I? What's going on? That's just like the most grounded example. But like then you have the whole example of a midlife crisis. Who am I? What am I doing? Or at the level of, I just graduated high school. Do I go to college or do I work? Who am I? Who am I?
Right.
Am
that's
I
the one problem I had, man. The whole episode.
What's the problem?
The one problem I have is if you take DNA from someone and clone them, they're not going to have the memories that they had.
I had the same exact note, Bill.
Right. It's like another person, and they're a clean slate, a tabula rasa. They're not going to memorize. But on the same note, it's sci-fi.
There's other episodes that we haven't got to yet, and Eric's seen the show, so he kind of knows what I'm talking about, where it's not so much that it's just like your DNA, it's almost they could clone your consciousness.
Yeah,
from
but that technology is not in this episode. That's the problem, though.
Yeah, it's in other episodes it happens differently. Like this is like scanning from like spit. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
The other stuff explains it a little better, but I think if there might be assuming that if you're already familiar with the fucking universe of this, you might let that slide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my point, though. I'm talking like real science. Like a fucking clone wouldn't have any idea of what happened to the person until that point. But at the same time, it makes for good TV as well as sci-fi to do that. So I can let that pass.
Yeah, to me, it's like the one, I guess, criticism you can make of the setup of the episode. But yeah, if you just suspend the disbelief and go with it, then it's fine.
Right. Like fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
Laser swords. All right.
Okay, so now question. Without spoilers, this should be a yes or no question. So in another episode, they go in depth more with DNA consciousness cloning.
Yes.
Not
DNA.
Not DNA, but memories and personalities and brains.
Okay. Because we covered which one did we cover? Crocodile, where the memory machine, right?
All right, you guys can talk freely. I'll be right back.
Billy Pee.
He's going to rub one out thinking about the blue chick.
shit, I forgot what I was saying now. The great interrupter. But anyway, yeah, fantastic episode in my opinion. A lot of crazy things going on, but you know, it's not that I didn't like the episode. I just, something like Crocodile, right? Where I was just like blown away. Here, I wasn't blown. I was the plot twist, the very first one. Holy shit. I was like not expecting it. But after that, not that it's bad, it carries on. It feels like it has a different tone than other Black Mirror episodes. I guess this kind of actually falls in line with the pig episode, as far as tone.
Yeah, because the ending is not a big twist. It's just a downer of an ending, like most Black Mirror episodes. So that makes it a little bit different. I mean, I'm not 100% sold on exactly what happens to him. Is he dead, or is he just lobotomized, or does someone get to him in time?
That's a good point. Okay, J-Mac, you go.
From what I gathered, because I've seen this a couple times now, the way I've kind of figured this out in my own kind of fucking thing on it, basically, while trying to catch them as they're going through the wormhole, there's earlier talk about how there's like all these firewalls to block shit. When he's trying to get to them, he runs through one of those firewalls, and because he hits that firewall, the fact that the game is modded to specifically for him, the firewall knocks out his ability to control shit. So he can't exit the game. He keeps trying to say exit game, and they won't let him out. So he can't come out of that state. So essentially, from what I understand, he's just going to lay there until he fucking, dies of dehydration or starvation or whatever. Unless somebody finds him.
Well, right. Even if somebody did find him, would they be able to pull the thing off his head, and would that snap him out of it? And if so, would he be back to normal?
All right. Right. You guys talk about the ending now?
Well, yeah. So that's what we just started talking about. So what, Eric brought up that, what happens next? Like, we're not exactly clear,
Right. I've really been waiting to talk about this part. Guys, what's the last thing he put on his door with the
do not disturb?
Yes. On Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll be dying of dehydration. And not only that, the fact that when the police do come to see why he's dead, right? Whose fingerprints are they going to find all over the place?
Oh.
Who didn't wear gloves? Opening refrigerators and doors and
Oh, she wasn't wearing gloves.
No,
she wasn't.
Oh,
she's going to prison or executed.
She came over and had a drink with him once.
Yeah, and left him like that. And on top of that,
I mean, how would they know that she left him like that? You know what I mean? Like,
essentially,
her fingers are on the door, in the back door, leaving.
I don't know that they can prove that they could make a case that
she didn't
killed him.
Kill him. He died there with the game.
They can't say she killed him.
Right.
But she was there. Of course, they're gonna go to her. And on top of that, her fingerprints are on the balcony and the escape and all that.
They hung out and had pizza and chocolate milk one night. They talked about his code.
With one piece of pizza missing. Also, how about this? While he's dead in the real life, is his alternate self still alive in his world? If so, he is in hell in a little spaceship, blacked out with nothing around him forever.
Forever.
Oh, that's worse than death.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's a good question. Like his character, right? So he goes in and out of the game, but is his character a clone of him? You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
That's a little. I never really thought about that.
Are they separate? I don't know.
automatically
I,
chalk it
I
up.
think they're the same because he comes out of it. He has the ability to go in and out. They talk about how he's got that controller that only he's allowed to ever hold and use. When he's not in the game, he knows what he has done in the game. So I don't think that it's. I think it's all him.
So when he dies, his character dies in the game?
Yeah, unless
I hope so.
I
hope. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. Does the punishment fit the crime? I mean, he's gonna die. So we've
Yeah.
established. I mean, he was a major piece of shit, but it was to digital copies who do have sentience, but they're just digital copies.
But did he copy himself too?
Yeah, if that's a copy of him, well, then he'll wish he was dead because he's in blackness
Right.
alone for eternity.
He'll be insane, right? Another question. What about, remember when she said the place is littered with all these people? And what about Jillian from marketing?
They're just gone.
Where are they?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
stuck out there, man.
Stuck.
Bad
Are
luck,
they
gotcha.
stuck? Because
Are they
remember,
deleted by the program?
the people who got killed,
What about
Right.
Walton?
Walton came back.
No,
The
he
other-
didn't.
No,
No, he
did
doesn't.
not.
They said he wouldn't die, but they never show him again in the
Right.
episode.
Exactly.
At the end, at the end, he comes back. Walton.
No, that's
No.
not Walton. That's the guy that was the villain.
Right. It was Billy, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
The guy with the with the
Oh,
bag on the floor.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
So,
Oh shit! Yeah. So what happens to all of them? They die,
I don't
or
know.
they left out there.
I hope he's dead because if he's burning like that forever, ugh. I hope
Yeah,
that
because you had to fly into the thing in order to be reset on this new Enterprise that they
Right.
end up.
not Enterprise, the Callister. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, to go into the update.
But on the same token, on Daly's server, everything was deleted. So I
Right.
wonder if everyone there was deleted and got peace. I don't know.
I say yes.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
if everything was deleted.
But Walton, though, was on the ship, and the ship went through the world.
Oh,
So
right.
if they set it up ahead of time, they said whoever goes and does it is not going to die. So Walton, I think the implication is he is alive and he's on the
Oh,
ship and he's
what a
burned beyond
mangled
recognition.
piece of flesh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's terrible too, though.
Yeah. And, about the ending, I mean, I felt like it almost, it almost was a little not cookie cutter, but I was I don't know, I was looking for something a little more Black Mirror-esque, I guess.
You
Where
guys talk about
I'm left like, I mean,
I
I
wanna-
guess we're left asking questions, but again, I didn't feel that, I didn't walk away with like, the sense of
all right. How about
dread
this?
that I feel
All right,
against
you want dread?
humanity when I watch these other
Would you like some? How about this, bud?
Yes, please.
Did you guys talk about Aaron Paul at the end?
Not yet.
Okay. So the Callister or Enterprise goes from the original series, bam, wormhole. Now they're the next generation, right? New clothes, new ship, everything
Genitals.
with genitals. Who's the first person they meet? Is a fucking gamer asshole. What do you call that? Like dickhead, right?
Right.
Aaron Paul. King of space. Bitch. Now, here's another downer is they're about to go into a world of nothing but dickheads and gamers, right?
Yeah.
They have no chance.
And that's essentially what I think a lot of the episode is supposed to be commentary on is, how online you could be this different version of yourself where this dude was a pushover in real life. I mean, you're the fucking head of this giant company and these interns are treating you like shit. Like Walton wasn't going to let that happen to him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he couldn't stand up to anybody. And I also like the jock dude when he trips over his bag. The guy's like, "Oh, sorry, bud." And then later when he's they're on the planet and has the thing over him. He says sorry, bud, to him back, and like it's just such a little petty shit, you know. And it's fucking
heavy as
funny.
shit. Gun.
But it's like, oh, you got the balls in this virtual world, but in the real world, you know, you're like a little bitch.
Well, yeah,
Well, that's it. When they're free, but they're not. They're in a land full of fucking gamer guys who want to grief them. Seriously, think about that.
Well, that's the thing, you know, they're like, oh, we're left for this whole place to do whatever we want to explore.
Right. But everyone's a dick. That's the point.
I mean, it's better than what it was before, at least.
Kinda.
You know? But at the same time, like, now what happens with them? They live forever, you know?
Well, there was
No,
talk
They're
of
not
them
even
making
people. They're not even real people.
Right.
There was
They're
talk of
NPCs.
them making a spin-off series
Really?
about them. Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. I mean, they could go a lot of ways with it if they're out in cyberspace flying around. Or they could even be trying to get back to free up some of the people that are scattered throughout, you know, the universe that what's his name set up.
You can't. It's on his own personal server.
Yeah, it's all fucked up. But
Yeah.
So it's definitely an interesting episode. A nice, it's I guess a breath of fresh air in the middle of you know, Black Mirror's other episodes that are much more dreary and, you know.
I think this episode definitely has the most comedy in it out of any of the other ones.
Definitely.
You know,
you could feel the tone is different, you know, it's just totally different. And it's fine, it works. But another thing I wanted to bring up was, and I didn't really start thinking about this until the one line where she's like, hold on, she goes, stealing my pussy is the red line. And I'm like, oh, let's look at this with the you know, gender lens here. And it's odd because like you said, they don't have genitals, right? He kisses them like and singing hip hip hooray in such a you know,
he's a kid.
Yeah, it's so weird. But like at the same time, he's like psychologically torturing these women.
Right.
You know, and at the same time, he is this, you know, boss of a company who basically has
no power.
Is taking the worker, the woman, and doing what he wants with her against her will. Kind of like these, you know, elitists that are doing in Hollywood, you know?
No, disagree.
Why?
It's not women, it's anybody who crossed him.
I know, of course it's anybody. You are once in rights, everybody's crossed.
Remember the black guy? Why did he get him? Because he brought him the wrong sandwich.
Yeah, but he doesn't kiss them. He doesn't kiss the dudes.
Right. In fact, that was brought up too.
Like, you know, kissing this guy is repulsive. It's a whole different level than what his relationship with the guy
out
is.
what he saw on Star Trek. That's all.
I just love when he tries to kiss the girl the first time and she smacks him.
Yeah.
And the dude goes, "Oh my fuck." Yeah. And he's like, "Today I'll show mercy."
That might be my favorite Black Mirror line in any episode ever. So say, "Oh my fuck."
Yeah.
That was
great mercy showing, Captain.
Great mercy showing.
Oh man.
You know, I mean, I don't think it's not heavy-handed. It's not a major theme of the episode, but it exists. It's definitely something that, you know, and I'm sure in the 1960s there was definitely some kind of sexist shit going on with Star Trek.
Maybe.
I mean, the whole fucking show. I mean, Captain Kirk was banging every fucking alien there was.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I mean that's what the show. You know, every fucking planet they went to, he fell in love with
the
some
blue
green
chick was on the show, right?
Yeah,
And
it actually
it's like
it got banned in some states. It had the first interracial kiss on TV or something.
Yeah, it did. Uhura. Yep.
Yeah.
But still, the point is he wasn't trying to put his manliness on women. It was like what he saw from Star Trek, doing the same thing.
I understand what because I did read something and somebody was trying to compare it to like the Me Too movement and essentially saying
not at all.
Him being the head of this company was like Weinstein and him, you know, doing this to these women. If they don't fall in line, he would like torturing them and all this kind of shit.
I disagree. All right. Yeah.
You know what I saw, man? He's fucking Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah.
With the toys, yeah.
It's fucking
Nice.
the kid who fucking tortures and breaks his toys, man.
Right.
Yes.
But no, I didn't see it as a Weinstein. I thought it was more like he doesn't know about sex enough to fuck these girls, so he didn't give them genitals. He's more like, at the end, I kissed them because I'm good, because I saw it on Star Trek, and that's it. And no tongues, you know?
Right.
So
I mean, I like I said, I don't think it's heavy-handed. I do think it exists, and it's interesting because if you say he's a Weinstein, it's funny because he's the opposite of a Weinstein, but is still capable of the same kind of abuse that Weinstein is. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not in the real world, right? He doesn't have the balls,
right,
to do this to her, but in his head, aka this game, he is having this,
no.
shit going on.
I see what you're saying, but I disagree. In his head, he's a hero. He's the good guy, for he's a golly good fellow.
Yeah, no, of course he thinks he is a good guy, but I'm saying in the actual whatever fucking Oasis, what do we call it again?
Infinity. But no, I disagree. I don't see him as like trying to overpower women in this. In fact, I think he is less of a monster in real life than fucking Asia Argento, who preys upon kids. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, that. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's not cool, right?
No,
but at the same
he
time,
wasn't fucking these people.
That's
right,
a whole double standard,
Joey.
right there.
I know. All right.
On Facebook, people are like, "Oh, I wish I was him." What the fuck? It's like,
I know what you're saying. But again, my point is, I know what you're getting at, but I disagree. I think he is not a sexual predator more than a power hungry, wants to be like God. I would say Charlie X or Q, but you have no idea what that is.
Right. Remember, he's not actually, he's not actually doing this. But remember, if he's a child, right? Think about it. Like a child, like Sid, right, from Toy Story. He's not actually. He's not actually raping the toys, but I mean, is psychologically torturing them, right? So like, this guy is psychologically torturing these people, but every day they have to kiss this guy at the end of the program,
right?
Whether you agree, disagree, there's no denying that being forced to kiss somebody is crossing the line, right?
I agree.
So yeah, like I said, it's not. I don't think it's a major thing. I don't think it's heavy-handed by any means, but I think it definitely exists. And when she drops that line, that's what makes the light bulb go off. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I mean, when was this episode? December of 2017. So, I hate to bring politics, but the whole pussy grabbing thing was right before this, right? So, I mean, was that an influence? Maybe, maybe not. Regardless, I definitely don't think it's a major theme of the episode, but a conversation that could be brought up. Like we are now. But like you say, yeah, it's not the point of the episode. It's not even one of the overarching though maybe it is. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Shit is crazy. That's what I love about the show. I mean, you could really watch this. I mean, it's already an hour on this episode. So I mean, I think it's almost that time to rate it because we'll keep going with it. Because we got to move on to RPO. So on that note, let's kick it off to our guest. Eric, out of a 5-scale rating, where do you throw down Black Mirror's USS Callister?
This is one of my favorite Black Mirror episodes. This gets a full 5 from me.
Boom, J-Mac.
Yeah, I'm gonna go full 5 too. It's different than the other episodes. Like I said, I like enjoy the comedy and all that kind of shit. It's fun, and being a guy who likes Star Trek and stuff. It's a fun Black Mirror episode. And if you want to dig into it and look for shit like we're talking about, you can, or you could just sit there and enjoy it. It's not as in your face, but if you want to find it, you can.
Sure.
Right. Bill?
Me? First time watch for me. Go for you first.
Okay. For me, this is not one of my favorites, but it's not bad by any means. One thing is I feel like it blows its wad too early, because about I don't know, 25 minutes in, 30 minutes in, you get the plot twist, and then there's still like another 45 minutes to go, and compared to that, compare that to the ending. That is a much stronger sequence than the actual ending, and the ending kind of just plays out in a cliched, any kind of hero adventure kind of film. So all in all, I'm gonna have to give this one a 4 out of 5.
Right on. I guess I'll go next. I think that when I first saw this, I was like, whoa, it's Star Trek. And they're like, move left when the ship rocks and move right when the ship rocks. And then, wow. And then this twists and turns. I thought this guy was going to be the hero because he's bullied and all this. Dude, I am full fucking on board. If I could give this a 6, I would. But full fucking 5+. This is my favorite episode. I will state that right now.
All right. And there it is. Everybody on board the USS Callister. And let's take a trip to 2045, I think. 2045, is that when the film takes place?
Fuck if I know.
I believe so, yeah.
Because
he says he was born
already.
in 2027. He was born.
I don't know.
So you figure if he's, no, I don't
right.
fucking know. 2045.
Well, let's shift gears from Black Mirror to our featured film for this week, and that is Ready Player One.
Yeah.
The 2018 Steven Spielberg directed and stars some kid, I don't know his name.
Hey, Joe, you know what movie that kid was in?
What?
Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse.
Yes, he
my
was.
favorite movie that I never saw.
Yeah, you know why you never saw it? Because we said we were going to do it, and then I fucking watched it, and then like 2 days before you record, you were like, oh, we decided on that fucking movie?
It's a lot of fun. It is fun.
Yeah, I like that movie. It's good.
Me too.
All
right.
So,
are you ready for Ready Player One?
Kick it off, BC.
You got it. When the creator of a virtual reality world called the Oasis dies, he releases a video in which he challenges all Oasis users to find his Easter egg, which will give them and the finder his whole fortune. Yes.
Right.
Starring Ty Sheridan from Scout's Guide to the Apocalypse. Olivia Cook, Lena Waithe, TJ Miller, Simon Pegg, Mark Rylance, and a bunch of other people. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Man, this was first time watch for me.
Wow.
How about you guys?
Third time.
First
Twice
time.
in the theater, and I bought it on Blu-ray.
Nice. And J-Mac has seen this like 5 times in the last week.
Probably something like that. Yeah, it's become my son's new favorite movie.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Not twice in the theater. No. Once in the theater and twice on TV. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much since this got put on HBO, my son found it and he's watched it quite a few times.
Oof.
So I've seen it a bunch by now.
Excellent.
How about Eric?
Yeah, first time. I watched it for this episode.
Wow.
Excellent. Yeah, I've been meaning to get to this. I heard it was based off of a novel.
Heard?
Yeah, heard. That's the word. I mean,
I read the book first.
Right. Apparently the book is like, when it came out, it was like, the geek, every fucking gamer geek in the world, like blew wads for this book.
But nothing like the movie.
But nothing. So this is one where you're going to go on the record saying movie's better?
I'm going to say equal. Because I know why they changed shit.
Well, licensing reason for some, right?
No, no, not at all. Just like normies would have no idea what the hell's going on.
I saw Spielberg took some of this stuff referring to shit he's done out because he didn't want people to think he was making like an ode to himself.
Yes.
No, dude, not at all.
I heard that's he didn't want. I read that somewhere that he didn't want. What was in the book that he took out? Was it
dude.
Jaws?
Jaws, no.
Jaws, Duel.
I can go on. What's taken out of the book? Fucking. Let's start with Dungeons and Dragons, the Tomb of Horrors, Joust, the video game, a Sararak. I mean, come on, what? Nobody would know this stuff but me.
There's a Joust poster on the bedroom wall or something I've seen.
There's a Tomb of Horrors, the demon on the back of the van, which is also from the book. Yeah.
No, when you're making a mainstream film, you gotta cater.
You have to have your audience in, right? Everybody. So I get it.
Because I wouldn't know that stuff. That's for shit sure.
Right. And you know what's funny? I was reading the book, guessing I fucking would have won. I'm sitting there yelling, I know this. And my family's like, what? This is when I was married. And I'm going, I know this. I would get this. Bam, bam, bam. I would have been the fucking winner.
I believe it.
I'm not joking.
I know you're the PAX champion. Coming up in 2 months. So, man, I couldn't write anything. I just had to watch. This was not for a movie that was 2 hours. Shit,
more than 2 hours, wasn't it?
Well, the credits was 10 minutes itself.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 hours and 10 minutes, and then
like 2:10, yeah. Because with the credits, it's 2:20 something.
Yeah, it flew by. The movie flew by.
Hell, it opens up with Van Halen Jump.
Hell yeah. All right, let's take a step back and retrace our steps here. So, yes, we are in 2045, folks, and there's this crazy ass virtual reality. It started as a game called Oasis. It became a universe with physical matter, and you can actually feel things via skins that you wear. So this like we mentioned earlier, this like mass multiplayer online has grown to a phenomenon where society has absolutely changed to a dystopia where you either live in a junkyard and play this in a fucking trunk of a van, or you're got money and have it in your nice home, right?
Yeah.
Various levels from children to adults all playing together, which we do see today.
Everyone on the planet.
Man,
I mean, if you look at games like Grand Theft Auto now, like these giant open world games where essentially you could fucking go and spend hours walking around doing. There's so much shit to do in Grand Theft Auto just in the last one they put out without even getting into the online stuff. Like just the game itself. You don't have to follow the main storyline. You could fucking go hunting. You could go you could do all this wild shit.
Parasailing.
Yeah, I mean it's insane.
Pick up hookers.
Yeah,
you could be as good or as bad as you fucking want to be in it. I mean, and I could see people playing online. I mean, that last Grand Theft Auto game has been out for like 7 fucking years now or some shit like that.
2014, yeah.
And
I bought it.
Yeah, people still are fucking playing this thing like all the fucking time. Like they live in friggin', in San Andreas at this point.
Right. and that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Like when we were in the 80s playing Super Mario World 1 through 8, the game ended. Now you can sit in there for years playing this game nonstop.
You got to think of it this way, Joey. In this future, the world is so grim. They have like trailer parks living vertically, right?
Yeah.
It's so
The
bad.
stacks.
Yeah, the stacks. So it's so bad who wants to live there? They want to live in this virtual world
Of course.
where you can be anywhere.
Escapism to the highest degree here.
Yeah,
And what's crazy is that you can, because
Right.
the currency in the game is recognized as actual currency.
right. And if you die,
You lose it.
Yeah, you fucking
Someone
zero
else
out,
gets it,
as they
right.
say.
yep, that one Japanese guy trying to kill himself.
Yeah, I mean that opening scene where he's explaining what the Oasis is, and that he's going down the stack, climbing down, and you see like there's someone in there doing ballet. There's this woman being a stripper. There's like
What about the
somebody
fat chick on
boxing.
the fucking pole?
Yeah, and all that shit is going on, and you see the little girl freaking out because she got
Yeah.
killed, and then the Japanese dude jumping out a fucking window.
Oh, he
and,
was Jason, by the way. Remember?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was Jason.
He was Jason.
I can't imagine what was spent to get the rights to fucking
Dude,
for
all
all
the
these
fucking
things, because
licenses, right?
I mean everything from
think it took
movies to music to video games, like it's insane the pop culture shit that was in this.
I
Yes.
believe I read it took Spielberg 7 years to acquire all the licenses.
Wow. And that he did. From Hello Kitty to fucking Freddy Krueger.
Chucky.
Chucky. Oh, later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, this is this, I feel like this just has the classic setup that's just all too convenient. You have your, the hero's journey, our protagonist with his ragtag crew against the evil tyrants. I mean, it's the classic setup, and there's nothing wrong with that, but all in all, don't get me wrong, I was enthralled by this film, but after watching, I couldn't just help but feel like I knew everything that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Way too predictable.
Very predictable, sure.
There was one thing though that I didn't get, and that was Artemis.
What about
Artemis
her?
I didn't know that it was going to open up into a whole, underground leader of a revolution thing, and I was like, how did I not see that coming?
Dude, didn't you see The Running Man? Come on.
Yes, many times, and read Bachman's book,
Oh, yeah.
aka Mr. King.
Don would hate this because it bogs itself down with a love story.
Oh yes. How
about you, Eric?
So I didn't really like this movie.
Wow.
I thought it was just one big Easter egg after another, and if you take out the cultural references and Easter eggs, there wasn't really anything to it. My kids really enjoyed it, but they're 9 and 6 years old. I think if I was a kid, I think I would have loved it, but I could not get into it though.
Huh.
Right. See, I was in it. I was totally in it, but after it, I just felt like a little empty. Like I was in the void that this movie was gonna fill was, just filled by nostalgia, and you nailed it, because if you do take the nostalgia out of this, what is the movie? It's fucking the same old cliched story.
Yeah.
And this was brought up in the Horror Mafia group during the week. Does nostalgia, right? Should that influence if a movie is quote unquote good or not?
Right.
Don, from our host on the other show, believes that has absolutely nothing to do. Jared, an avid poster in the group, agrees. So, I mean, where do you guys stand with that? Because I think in a film like this, it matters. But, what Eric's saying is an absolutely important thing to factor in. And what do you think about that, J-Mac? Because, I mean, you've seen it so many times now.
Yeah, I get what you guys are saying. I personally love nostalgia. I will say certain shit is good till the day I die, just if it's nothing just off of nostalgia reasons, Like how many times we had that fucking discussion about The Lost Boys, and if I hadn't seen it when I was a kid and saw it as an adult, but I'd still fucking like it and all that kind of shit.
Right.
Maybe Bill thinks Trick or Treat is a good movie because he saw it when he was younger, and it's not. So fucking
We're talking about the 80s
Trick
cameo
or Treat
with
Ozzy.
Ozzy Osbourne and who's the other one that's in it with them?
Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
So, but I like when nostalgia is done like a lot of this movie is nostalgia. And like I said, I've seen it a bunch of times now, and I'm still finding little shit in the background that I didn't notice the first fucking time, the other times around. But I'm enjoying doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not where I'm like fucking annoyed at it. But
I get that. Definitely. That's fun, dude. Like, pause it, see who's there. Because when they're at war, there's so many people and it's moving so fast. I don't even know who the hell was there. And I'm sure a lot of your D&D guys and shit were buried in that crowd. Right?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, you have no idea.
I don't. I really don't. But then there's moments in this movie where, we entered the Overlook and I'm just holy.
yeah.
I was waiting for you guys to get to this.
Oh man. That shit.
Especially J-Mac.
Yeah. The first time my kid put it on, he was like, he came running in the room. He's like, The Shining's in the movie. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I didn't want to go out and watch it because I figured I'd watch it again with them anyway. So when I did watch it again, like I was enjoying the movie anyway, but I could see what you were saying. It was just kind of like a fun little like family kind of thing. But when that Shining shit started, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was just so cool to me the way it was done, and being such a fan of the shit. It's, like I can't pretend like I wasn't fucking excited as fuck. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
hell yeah.
when that tennis ball hits his fucking foot, I was like, oh my fucking God.
Oh yeah, dude. It was and then like you see fucking H fucking in the fucking blood pool flying through the hallway.
Oh, that
Dealing with the fucking woman in the room.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
even
God.
like he grabs the picture, and Holiday had put himself in the fucking the picture from the
Yes.
end and
Yeah.
shit. Like, it was so fucking, that stuff to me was just so well done. And from what I read, basically Spielberg was good friends with Kubrick and wanted a way to,
Yeah. He did AI for him. Yeah.
yeah, and he wanted a way to pay homage or whatever.
Hold on, let's retrace what you just said. He did AI for Kubrick.
Yeah. Kubrick was going to do AI, and he passed away.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yep.
It's a lot different movie than Eyes Wide Shut.
Whoa.
Haley old Joel Osment ends up in a sex cult. Fucking crazy.
And there's Kevin Spacey.
Oh man, that's great.
You know what? Like, since we brought the Shining stuff up already, he says, Parzival says it was his 11th favorite horror movie. I'm like, well, what were the other fucking, those are the top 10 then? What the fuck, man?
Friday the 13th.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Friday the 13th 2.
Child's Play.
Friday the 13th 3.
Friday the 13th 4.
Yeah.
And then Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, no one's list.
I don't know. People would beg to differ, but I don't. I agree with you on that, Bill.
That's probably Don's favorite Friday the 13th.
Probably.
Oh man. So so many cultural references here from the 70s all the way up till today.
And the music.
Yeah, music was great.
Rush. Van Halen. Like, dude, I can't even get into it.
Soundtrack's fantastic. I mean the score, the score is fantastic.
Yeah. Is that
Silvestri?
huh? Alan Silvestri? Really?
Yep.
Oh. I was wondering where Williams is.
Yeah, no, Williams, he was supposed to do it, but then he did the Post, Spielberg's other movie.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, this soundtrack's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, it is.
The whole dance montage to Staying Alive.
Dude. Well, there's a funny story about that too. The kid who plays the main character, Percival, he
Watts, aka Percival, aka whatever his real name is.
Right. When he's talking to the writer of the movie, the book, actually, he said, so do you have your walk down as your character in real life as opposed to the movie or the VR? He's like, what? He goes, yeah. As your nerd character, you walk one way, but then as Percival. I mean, you're strutting, man. He's like, no. So he actually had Spielberg on the set after he did the nerd walk scenes, had him play Staying Alive when he's walking down the street, just a strut going, yeah, on the set playing Staying Alive, man. So that's why they put that in the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Think
Hell
about
yeah.
it.
I got hype.
Fucking walking around, staying alive, staying. Yeah, you're like you bopping around, right? You got that strut,
You got that strut. You got that strut. Yep.
a swagger. So yeah, true story.
So I have a list of questions that I wanted to pose when it comes.
I have one for all of you.
Yeah, I got some questions to ask. So, but we'll come to those in a bit. Towards the end of the discussion, some of it we started talking a little bit. But what's your question?
I bet we have the same question there, Joey.
Go ahead, Bill.
All right. Being that there can only be one avatar of you in the game, what would be yours? You can't say Jason because it's already taken. Can't say Freddy. He's taken. What would your avatar be?
I put it out, guys.
Sorry, Joe.
It's all good.
My question to you
question?
is, as there can only be one avatar of each description, whatever, what would your avatar be? There's one Jason, so he's already gone. There's one Freddy. Can't be that. What would yours be?
The tall man.
Ooh, like it. J-Mac?
That's pretty good, man. I don't know. I was thinking it's about some like Jake the Snake Roberts or something, just not a crackhead. Yeah.
The uncrack one. All right.
Yeah. I will tell you though, man, but even though it was already taken, sorry, Eric, just 1 sec. Even though somebody already took it, that Adam West Batmobile is definitely the car I would want.
Right? Well, I guess after it got destroyed, you could take it.
Maybe figure it out.
I drive Yoshi's Mario Kart.
But
The tall man in Yoshi's Mario Kart. Imagine that. All right. Eric, who would you be?
I'm going to go to my Flash Gordon a Minute roots. I'm going to be Clytus.
Oh! I love Clytus.
Appreciation, bro. Nice.
Nice. Very good.
We had a great chat about Clytus on the show.
Everyone had a great chat about Clytus on the show.
So who are you, Bill?
I'm Sackhead Jason.
Ooh, Sackhead Jason, eh?
No question.
No questions. Hands down. Part 2. Excellent. My questions were totally not like that. Mine were well, so ultimately, this thing of the OA. So I mean, listen, we're not going to go too much more into the plot, right? I mean, as far as running through what happens. If you haven't seen it yet, we're going to talk spoilers and everything from here on out. So let's just do it. So the Oasis, right? We talked about it a little. It's this virtual world, but it's also, this real world in a way. So, is this a good or a bad place? Because when we get to the end, that's the ultimate decision, right? And is this even real? Like, is the Oasis real? So, I mean, what do you think? What do you guys think? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing?
What do you mean real?
Is it real? Like, okay, so what does it mean to be, right? Let's take this back to philosophy 101, right? This is I am what is it to be? I am me. Is this real? So if I'm existing in this existence, yet I'm plugged into a machine that I am another entity, it's a digital one, but is that a real one? I mean, you see them with the skin on, like he gets hit and he's like, oh, but if you didn't have that skin on, you wouldn't feel it. right?
Right.
And if you do have that skin on it and you die, do you die in real life? I mean,
No way.
you know. So I mean, is this real? Like, is the Oasis? I mean, there's money, you could buy shit. He had stuff sent to his house that he ordered via the game.
Right. But
So,
tell
I
me
mean-
you wouldn't order that fucking suit where you feel what
Oh, hell
happens.
yeah.
You get laid, you feel it. You get hurt, you feel it.
So I mean, what do you think as far as, you know, what is this? I mean, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What do you think, J-Mac?
I think it's a good thing. Well, I mean, if this technology existed, I don't think anybody wouldn't want to jump into that shit and be able to do whatever you want, be what you want, you know, that kind of shit. But obviously it's gonna, and even on like the economic side of things, this kid lives in the stacks. You know, in that race, he has no money to put fuel in the car, so he has to start in the back to steal fucking coins off the cars that crash and shit.
Right.
Just to be able to partake in it. Like, it, even if it is real, it's mimicking real life to an extent when it comes to that kind of shit. It's just you could be what the fuck you want to be in there.
So, you know, he's like going on these races and spending money, but then, like, you know, you could be, you know, an overweight chick that wants to be a stripper, right? So how does that, you know, and that's one thing. It's not, it's fleshed out enough for the movie, but I mean, it's not fleshed out enough for me to like.
Well, she's got an avatar, which is hot, and guys are throwing money at her. That's how that works.
So she's making dough, and not, it's not, you know, it's not even real. That's not real.
Right.
So it is real, but it's not. It's so bizarre. So I guess it matters on how you use the Oasis.
Sure.
What do you think about this, Eric?
I mean, it's not real. It's a digital world. I mean, it's